Hey all, Black Sparrow here with another episode of YakAboutAYak. Today I'm going to show you how to make a floating anchor buoy for your kayak. So come along for the ride and we'll catch you on the flip side. Hey all, today I'm going to show you how to make a floating anchor buoy for your kayak. So here's all you're going to need. A rope on a spool, a two-way carabiner, a slice of pool noodle, and attached to your anchor. So let's break this down. I bought the length of 50-foot anchor rope, and it comes on a nice compact plastic spool here. You can buy that at most any hardware store. Secondly, your pool noodle. You want enough pool noodle to be able to float that cord. If the cord is floating rope, then you're already halfway there. But if it's not, you want to test it out with a length of pool noodle long enough that's going to float your entire assembly there. Next, your carabiner. I recommend getting a two-way carabiner. This way, one end can be used to detach quickly from your kayak, while the other end serves to restrict the cord from coming off. Now, you can attach the carabiner to a pulley, but this makes it a little bit awkward when you're trying to get it off in a quick situation. So even simpler than attaching to the carabiner, simply attaching to your anchor trolley. A quick on and off is all that's needed. So let me break this down for you. First, you've got your anchor. How do you attach your rope onto your anchor? Never from the top shackle. You attach it from the bottom. Why? Then you put a zip tie around it at the top so that you're holding it like that. If it gets caught on a rock and you cannot get that out, you want a way of snapping this off. So by positioning yourself in the opposite direction and pulling, you can break the zip tie, and then the anchor will pull out of the stuck spot very simply. So with your anchor now attached to the rope, feed the rope up through your winding piece of plastic there and through your pool noodle. Attach that onto the other end and just make a knot with a loop in it. This loop is what's going to anchor yourself to the boat. So now you just start winding it all back up. So now attach the carabiner. Now, how much rope you want out when you throw out your anchor? Maybe you want about 10 feet. Take off about whatever length of cord and put the cord through the same loop that your straight knot is on. This way, when it's tight, it's not going to come off. As opposed to if you put it on the top one, now you're fumbling with this and you don't know which side you have to take off when you're trying to detach it from your kayak. So put it on the same side as your restraint knot. Then, the other end, you simply click on to your kayak. And away you go. So you also want to make sure that your rope with your pool noodle is going to float. Last thing you want to do is toss out your anchor buoy and realize, uh-oh, pool noodle wasn't long enough to float everything with the weight of the carabiner, the plastic, and the rope. So test it out in a laundry tub or a bathtub, fill it up with water and toss it in and make sure that she floats. So there you have it, a very simple anchor buoy for your kayak anchor system. So simple, detach, toss out your anchor buoy in the water, float away downstream, get your snag out, come back to your spot, grab your floating anchor buoy and reattach it to your kayak. Let me show you case in point where I got a snag and I needed to detach from my anchor buoy, but I then got right back to the same spot that I was fishing from. One cast and already in a snag. I don't want to lose this. This is one of my favorite lures. So here's the trick. Head towards the snag and look at that. Popped free. No problem. All right, gotta go over back to my anchor buoy. Oh, Dad's doing the same thing. He just snagged up. Like father, like son like father. And that's why you make an anchor buoy. I should feature this in an upcoming episode. How to make an anchor buoy. Gives me an idea. There we go. All good. There we go. And then we'll just click that back in place. And we're back in business. Same spot. No worse for the wear. Well, hope you enjoyed that episode. Anchor buoy system for your kayak. Very simple. Cost me a small pool noodle, $10 length of 50-foot cord, and a $5 carabiner. Hope you found that useful. Till next time, I'm Black Sparrow saying, catch you later.